Time Gal.
Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Good Time Gal. I am your host, Caitlin Peluffo. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today on the pod we have Kenice Mobley. She's wonderful. She is so funny. She's just a delight. She's irrationally afraid of eels. You'll find out why. But don't go swimming in a lake. That's all we got to say. Anywho, she's great. You've seen her on Vice. You can find her online at Kenice Mobley, KENICEMOBLEY. And this was just a really fun, frivolous, silly, fun time, gal time interview. It was great. I think you're really going to like it. So listen, tell a friend, that whole thing, and follow me in the pod. I'm at Caitlin Peluffo on Instagram and Twitter, and the podcast is at Good Time Gal Pod. And if you go on iTunes and leave a little review, that would be so helpful. It would be great. I would truly appreciate it because it helps other people find the podcast, and then it snowballs, and hopefully one day I'm selling ads, baby. Who knows? I also don't want to sell ads, so that's probably never going to happen. So just follow out of the goodness of your heart. Who gives a shit? This is going on too long. Anyway, enjoy the podcast. I love you very much, and please cheers one for me. Really? I don't know. Who cares?
Woke up at 6:30, like violently ill.
Oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. Or at least I think I am now. But it just sucks, like, to wake up at 6:30 and then, like, I had things to do from like 8 to 9:30. So I had like a mini day, and then I fell asleep again, and now I'm back awake. Hell yeah.
Beautiful. Well, welcome back. I'm so sorry. Was it like food, you think?
I think it must have been. I had tuna tartare last night, and sometimes
Holy
that'll
shit.
do it.
That'll do it. That'll really
But on the plus side, if you have diarrhea, you don't have to work out that day because your body has already done something to lose weight. Boom.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. You don't need it.
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
You've already lost pounds.
Yeah,
right?
today I did. So
Beautiful.
fast, so effective.
That tartare gave you half your body weight back.
Mhm,
Beautiful. Okay, let me write this down. Kenice. Okay. I woke up early this morning to go do a soul cycle class because I did not have diarrhea.
Hell yeah.
But then I forgot that I took like some like probiotic thing for my stomach the night before.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to soul cycle class, and about halfway through soul cycle class, I was like, here it comes. Uh-oh. But we got there. There was
What happened?
I mean, I like finished the class. And then I was like, oh, I think I can make it. And then I ordered a coffee, and I was like, well, if I'm going to have coffee, this is going to be a disaster. And then I was like, there's a bathroom in the Starbucks. I'll go to the bathroom in the Starbucks. And then by the time I parked, I was like, this is now an emergency.
Yeah, yep.
So we're sprinting to the bathroom, and luckily there was no one in line. Everybody was afraid of COVID, so that bathroom was all mine, baby.
Nice. Wait,
And
this is a weird question, but I haven't been in a Starbucks bathroom since the pandemic started. Was it cleaner than normal, or despite everything, was it still a nightmare?
it was very clean. It was very clean. I think there's some kind of rules where you can only have one. There was 2 bathrooms, but one was out of order. And so there was just one bathroom usable. Right. It was very clean. There was no paper towels anywhere on the floor. Like usually it's just a trash bin exploded on the ground. But this one, it was fine. It was great. And used it in peace. No one even knocked on the door because we were like, we're not getting close to this. And I was like, I am desperate. So.
Hell yeah. So where was your soul cycle class?
I go out to Long Island.
Yes, you mentioned this. Okay.
Yes, it's a 25-minute drive, so it's not so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's totally worth it because you're getting on the bike and you're like, I'm empowered. She's like, you choose the life you want to live, and I was like, okay.
I would like someone to yell that at me. I mean, the workout part, sure, that, but I just need someone to yell at me like, your choices are affecting the rest of your life, and if you don't do it now, we're never gonna do it. And then I'll be like, yes, I'll write the thing I have to write. Okay.
Yes, exactly. It's very, very inspiring. It's very your choices matter, and if you get to pick your life. It's
Hell
like,
yeah.
Ah!
I want that. Okay, I'll do that. All right. Or at least maybe I'll just pay someone to yell at me. That's a thing you can do.
I can do that. I can yell at you.
All right.
Yeah, I'm very good at yelling, in case you haven't known me at all. Have we met? Hi.
Hello. Hi, I'm Kenice. The frustrating thing is, like, I am also good at yelling, but just not at myself. I'm like, I'm good at like being like, no, do it again. Take it from the top. We're doing it. But when it comes to me, I'm like, you know what? Staying in bed for 4 hours makes sense, and you should do it for you.
I know. I should. Okay, my cat's meowing, so I'm going to let her in real quick.
Okay.
Okay?
All
and
right.
then I'll be like, we're
I'm
starting.
going to eat some more veggie straws and drink some more caffeine, so I'm more of a person.
Oh, do you want in? You can come in. You can get her out.
I love how much you love your cat.
Okay. Yep.
All right.
That's my Bowie. She is obnoxious, just like her mom. Ooh, buddy. No, you want to lay up here? Jesus Christ. Okay. Anyway.
I like that you have a cat baby.
I know. Who's my sweet little snuggums? Oh boy. And today I almost kicked her in the face because she woke me up at like 6:30 in the morning.
That's rude.
Like, it's time to eat.
You can eat on your own. You're a cat. What are you talking about? Why do you need me?
I know. But she likes her wet food. And then this is what she does. She purrs and she comes up and she sleeps on me. And then she's purring and then she'll just lick my face with her spiky ass tongue. And then if I don't wake up to that, she'll bite my face, but like nibbles, like, and then you're just like, Kitty. And she's like, I'm purring. You think this is a cuddle time. It's not a cuddle time. It's a wake up call and it's a nightmare.
Jeez Louise. Okay.
But I love her so much. Welcome to the podcast, Kenice.
Thank you for having me. I've wanted to be on for a long time. Feel honored to be a guest.
Oh my God, your episode, I think 37. This is thrilling. You know what I mean? I mean, that's my favorite number.
37?
37, I think so, because I think that's going to be the age I will be when this pandemic is over. So isn't that fun? Yeah, we're going to be in this for at least 5 more years, baby. Oh, no.
They say that the vaccines are coming, and I don't know how effective they will be immediately. So
yeah, I know. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh, I'm not getting my hopes up, but yeah, it'll be fine.
My favorite number is 168, and I don't know why. Like, I mean, logistically, it's because I think that's how many hours there are in a week, and that's just like a convenient way to break up your time. But the fact that I've liked that number since I was a young child and like would write that on the page, like the 168th page of a book, I would like write on it. Yeah, it's a weird thing.
Well, if it completes you, it's yours.
Thank you.
You know what I mean?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was trying to like make sense of 168, and then I was like, you can't.
No.
There's nothing there. It's not even like
useful.
a number algorithm or anything. And I honestly think I just misused algorithm. So who knows? I was in a science major.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what that sorry, I was just like, can I define, like if someone asks me and I have to like say it intelligently, can I define an algorithm? And no, not exactly.
No, I just know that after watching The Social Experiment or The Social Dilemma,
yes,
the algorithm is bad.
Yes.
We have a bad
trying
algorithm.
to control us.
Yeah.
We need to make it stop.
We gotta make it stop. Knock it off, you algorithm. Well, Kenice, welcome to the podcast again. This is like the 4th time I've welcomed you. We got to get it all in. You know, we got to talk about poops. We got to talk about cats. We got to talk about algorithms.
All of it's
whatever they may be. Maybe they're poops. Who knows? They're math poops. My cat just farted and it is rancid. Oh my God, Bowie. Anyway, I love her so much. She completes me. I'm going to be a great mother.
And honestly, that you're dealing with farts and being bitten on the face, yeah, you are.
I'll kick her. You know, I'm just going to kick her all the time. But I love her so much. It really smells like she took a shit. Wow.
Did she take a shit?
She might have taken a shit. Did she take a shit? No, I don't think she took a shit. I have to cut this out now. Oh boy. Okay. Anyway. So this is fun. We've been buds for a long time.
We have.
Boston, is that where you were born and raised?
No, so I'm from North Carolina originally, and I went to school undergrad in Durham, and then I moved up to grad school in Boston, and then I moved to LA for 2.5 years, and then back to Boston where I started comedy, and then finally New York.
Yes, that's why I associate you with Boston. That's where you make all the laughter start.
That's where I did start, and it is why. I mean, I think I'm a nice person, but some people who have listened exclusively to my comedy and not met me in life are like, "You're kind of mean." And I'm like,
What?
oh, okay.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. You're not mean at all. Who said you were mean? I'll kill him.
Most people from North Carolina think that I am mean, to the point where, like, growing up, I was called a bitch all the time. And
What?
then I moved to Boston, and people were like, "No, you're nice here comparatively." And I'm like, "Hell yeah."
Oh, I guess that's true. It's like Southern nice. That's like
Yes.
that's like fake nice. That's not
Yeah,
real.
I'm not fake nice. I'm like, I still hesitate to call myself like regular nice, but I think I'm like trying to be good and kind, but sometimes I'm going to say things that don't make people feel good, and I accept that.
Yeah. Well, of course, you're an honest person.
Oh, thank you.
So that's what's going to happen. You know what? The real world, baby. We don't have time to
Yeah.
step on eggshells for you tender hearts.
Yeah,
Okay?
that's a waste of our time and yours. You're not going to grow as a person if
No.
everyone's constantly being like, "Ooh, let me protect your little feelings with some bubble wrap," and you're like, "That okay? Who are we helping here?"
Yeah, nobody. Not me. I'll tell you that much. Tell me a truth about myself I don't already know. Please don't.
Much.
Actually, I take this back. Let's not play this game.
My roommate was like, because you know how Josh Gondelman does like the pep talks on Twitter.
Uh-huh.
He was like, "I want to see you do it," and but it would just be like truths about people, and I'm like, I don't think anyone would like that. I don't think anyone would like me just being like, "Well, actually, I think you don't give yourself enough credit, and I think some of the choices that you've made reflect not giving yourself enough credit, and you deserve more." And sometimes that comes off badly. So that's my opinion.
And then there's just someone weeping on the other side of the telephone, just like, oh, I didn't need to know this. I could have died without knowing this. And you're just like, too bad. That's for you.
Oops. Wah, wah.
Yeah. But that's also nice. True friends will appreciate it.
Okay.
Maybe not family. Family, it's a little too harsh.
Oh no.
Family.
I'm in a fight with half of my family because they are religious and they voted for Trump. So yeah, we don't get along. We do in like a southern nice way. Like we eat food at holidays together, but
yeah,
outside of that, it's like, oh, you are against the existence of some people that I care a lot about.
Yeah.
So fuck.
Isn't that always
you?
crazy? You're like,
Yeah.
my favorite people you hate
Yeah.
for no reason. That's always baffling to me. So, and that's the Durham family, I would imagine.
So Charlotte is where I'm from, and they live in like Maryland and South Carolina. It's like they skipped some of the good states and
Yeah.
have just chosen, because South Carolina is a garbage heap, and I'm sorry to anyone who's from there because it's terrible. And they live there, and all around them are like Trump stuff, Confederate stuff. Like the like the first protest march I ever went to was when I was like 8 years old, and it was to take the Confederate flag off of South Carolina monuments and things.
Oh,
because
wow.
they still had all of the Confederate flags up everywhere. I'm very old, and yeah.
No, you're not. Mississippi is just getting the memo.
Yeah,
so
what? You lost. Get the fuck over it. Yeah, it makes me so mad.
Yeah,
but, yeah. So South Carolina's bad. They live there, and they've like taken on that as part of their culture. And I'm like, boo, you're still black though. Like people can see you. Please stop. Fun times.
It's fun, you know. It's like you're working for the enemy.
Yeah, you're actively voting against you having rights and being protected by the law that you pay for. What are you talking about? Okay, yeah, I can't think about them because then I get mad.
Okay, so drinking's fun. Do we like drinking?
I do like drinking. I like it a lot. In fact, I had a drink yesterday, and I went on a date outside. It was 35 degrees.
Oh my God.
It was a good date. Like I had a fun time with this guy. We were seated in this booth, like far away from other people. There was a heater on top of us, so it was like moderately comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a drink, and I was coming back from my date, and I was like, man, I like drinking. Like I feel great. And I was like, that's not necessarily a healthy thought, but it's true. So I'm saying it.
Say it.
Yeah.
I love drinking. I become more fun when I drink.
Yes. I think I would hang out with people for whom that is the case. No one who like drinks and becomes like violent or drinks and becomes like ultra sad. I don't want to hang out with them. But anyone who's like you, who's like, what's up guys? I'm fun now. I'm like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like always cheerful, but let's just add a little Negroni to that and we'll just pump
That's what
it
I
up.
had.
You had a Negroni?
I had 2 Negronis. Okay.
Oh,
So I'm hoping that now mentally in my head, Negroni plus tuna tartare equals violent illness.
oh no. Hopefully it's just the tuna tartare, not the
Hopefully.
Negroni.
Hopefully, I've had Negronis before and not gotten sick, so it's not the
There you go.
Negroni's fault.
It's not the Negroni's fault. If anything, it was trying to help you because it's all alcohol. It's trying to
Yeah.
kill whatever's in your stomach.
That's true.
And
That's
then there's
true.
an orange peel. That's like getting rid of scurvy. It's on your
It's
team.
healthy. Yeah,
It's basic. You're having your fruits.
I
Okay.
am. Mhm.
Your vitamin C. Okay. It's times of COVID. You got to get that vitamin C.
You do. And I don't drink juice because I don't buy it because I drink it too fast. So I need it.
I drink juice too fast.
That's my whole family makes fun of me about it. They're like, when you were a child, we used to buy orange juice, and now we don't buy orange juice anymore because you drink it too fast. You pour these giant cups, and then you sit there and you swallow it in one gulp like we're made out of juice money. We're not getting orange juice anymore. So
We're made out of juice money. Well, back then, juice grows on trees. Is that a thing?
if my mom had grown an orange tree, it would have been no problem. But she decided to grow a fig tree. And do you drink fig juice? No, you don't.
No, you make fig jam and you put it on crackers with cheese.
I've had too much fig, not too much, but my grandmother had a fig tree. Now my mom has a fig tree. My sister is planting a fig tree.
Oh, good
There's
Lord.
just fig trees just passed down, and it's too much jam. Okay, I'm okay if I never have fig jam again.
Don't come to our house.
Slice it real thin, and you put it on a pizza over the top. And now, did you hear? Okay, so there's a thing called fig wasps, and they lay eggs inside of figs, right?
Oh, God, that sounds awful.
And then their little eggs hatch, and they have to like climb their little wasp bodies out. It's a whole thing.
Can you accidentally eat these?
So this is why some people say figs most of the time are vegan, because I think that's only the female figs that do that, and most of the ones that we eat are male figs, I think. But sometimes one of these female figs will sneak its way in there, and so you could theoretically be eating some ground up wasps.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. But now that I know it, I want everyone else to know it too.
Oh my God. What's the difference between male and female figs?
Technically a fig is an inside out flower, like an exploded flower, like because the pollen's in there and the little wasps have to like get in there.
What I should be calling my vagina? An inside out fig?
Yes, you could, because something comes in there, and I just meant like physically places itself, but also comes in there, and then the pollination happens, and then a baby. We are figs.
We are all figs. Gross. We're all full of wasps.
Oh god, that is truly a nightmare that I've had multiple times. Is that like I'll fall asleep without underwear on, and like a bug will like try to go inside. Like it's not a rational fear, but I constantly think about it. I'm like, I'll just be existing, and then what's gonna happen if it lays eggs? I'm gonna give birth to a bunch of flies. You don't worry about that.
It hadn't crossed my mind before.
Well, you're welcome. I also worry about. I think I just have like a deep fear of like animals that's like trying to get inside my body. Because I'm very protective of my ears because I'm sure a bug will try to get inside of them. They're so small. Okay, sorry, that's not about drinking at all, but that is a thing that you needed to know.
I mean, that's terrifying. I will forever sleep with underwear on now because apparently that's where spiders go because it's warm.
Yeah, and maybe wet. I don't know your situation, but yeah, boom. Like,
it's wet, baby.
Like, yeah, if that's why spiders go into your mouth, I mean, come on.
Oh, boy, it's the south mouth.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna be thinking about that for a long time. Wow.
It's the south mouth, baby. Bugs like to go south for the winter, I think.
Yeah, we are the warmest thing. Oh no. Julie Mitchell told me about this thing with eels. Disgusting. This will be another thing, but
No,
Oh my
you have
God.
to tell me now. I have to
have
know
to tell
about
you
eels.
now? Okay. So she told me about this. I was disgusted. Okay. So there's these videos where like they put a lady in a bathtub, right? This
Oh,
is
fuck.
pornography. I don't know who gets off on this.
Oh my
They
God.
put a lady in a bathtub with
Oh
a
my
bunch
God.
of eels, right?
Oh
Right?
my God.
The water is cold.
Oh
And so they
God.
go to the warm place. Yes, your face is accurate.
Oh my God.
And then they pour hot like water around her and they go to the warmer place and they come out. But yeah, there's ladies who have had eels in there. It's
Oh my God.
this is why I'm like, you want me to go swimming in a lake? What? I'm here minding my own business. And these eels are trying to find a new home? I'm not swimming in a lake. Get out of here. At least in the ocean there are waves. They get like tossed asunder as they try to come for me. But a lake, it's all still water. They'll get there.
What a horrible nightmare you've given me. Please, this is mean. You were just mean to me.
I'm sorry.
They go to the warm place. Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's nice to think that eels don't know where they're going. You know,
Yeah.
it's just they're not perverted. I think that about my cat when she shoves her ass in my face. It's like, well, she doesn't know that that's her ass and this is my face. She doesn't know that she could give me pink eye.
Ooh, hey,
Yeah, you know, she doesn't know what a butt is. Like one time Steve accidentally like motorboated her belly and I was like, oh, and he was like, and he was also like, oh, and I was like, well, good thing is she doesn't know what that is, so she's not going to be traumatized.
Yeah. But I've heard that like cats have moments where they are in heat. Is this correct? I don't know
I think so. If they're not spayed or neutered.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah,
I was like,
no, we snipped her right up.
Oh hell yeah! I was like,
Yeah.
did the cat react positively? Like,
Yeah.
that was my first question. Like,
She's like, ooh. No, I think
she
was
like
just
constantly lays on her back in front of Steve, like more. Then you got to deal with that whole
slip
thing
again. Yeah, no. She was just like, "Are we still playing? What's happening here? Throw the ball, goddammit!" She's very easily entertained.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's me once again making this podcast about my cat. Okay,
Cat's cute.
Cat's cute. So I want to know if you like this guy that you went on the date with.
I do. I think he is funny, which is very hard for me to think a person who's not a comedian is like actually genuinely funny. And we had like, it's like riffing, I guess, but it's like talking about movies and like just kind of like spitting out and like giving movie ideas. I don't know. I haven't had a good date in a while, and it was really nice and refreshing to have a good date. So I was like, hell yeah.
So exciting.
Yeah.
That's great. And the Negroni's just like lubed it up.
Yeah, hell yeah. And this after my own heart, I love logistics. I love planning things. It makes me happy on a deep personal level. Like before the date, he texted, okay, I called the restaurant to check and make sure that they had heaters. The restaurant we originally agreed on they said their heaters might be broken. So I found another place that's a block and a half away. They have heaters. They've confirmed it. Does this work for you? And I was like, oh my God, I am wet. Okay. Like that you plan, like, I didn't have to plan this because so often a guy will be like, oh, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I will kill you.
Yeah.
And then so he planned that, and then in the middle of the date, he's like, okay, I want to go to this place because I haven't been to this place. Would you like to go? And we have planned our second date on the first date, and I'm like, good, finally, a person who likes planning as much as I do. We texted each other about spreadsheets. I was like, this guy's fucking cool.
This might be a good match, I think.
I hope. We'll see. I'm
trying your spreadsheet daddy.
I like it. The thing is, I may say that in front of him. It's fine.
I think you should.
Like it.
I think you should see how he reacts. If he gets all warm and tingly, then you know you found him. He's yours.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, spreadsheet daddy. Come examine my pie chart. Oh, like an eel would. I'm so sorry.
God.
It's still just in my head. It's upsetting.
Right?
Oh, boy.
She told me that on a podcast, and I was like, well, the rest of this podcast is just about that. I'm sorry.
How does one find out about that? It's okay. I don't need to go down that wormhole or that eel hole. Oh boy.
You mean that south mouth? Okay.
Yeah. Oh boy. South mouth. Oh God. Okay. So let's get back on track here.
Okay. Back on track.
So when did you first start drinking? Did you drink in high school?
I didn't. I was not cool. Just to make it very clear, I am a rule-following person, and it is not okay. Like, my nightmares involve, like, someone asking me to do something wrong, and then me just like, oh, no, I gotta do something wrong, and I don't want to oh, no, I'm gonna get caught. They're gonna put me under the jail. So it's like a whole thing. So I did not drink. In fact, I went to, like, one party in middle school where, like, a 9th grader was there, and he was drinking a beer. And I was like, Mom, I can't go to that person's parties anymore.
Oh, your mom must have been thrilled.
He was just like, okay, fine, I guess. Sure, whatever. Yeah. So in high school, like, I was dating this guy for most of high school. His mother was an alcoholic. She would offer us drinks all the time. And we were like, no, thank you. We're good kids. So didn't have any, like, I think I had a glass of wine because she insisted one time. I think it was like around prom or something. I had one glass of wine then. And then I didn't really drink until I turned 21, but then I drank a lot. So
yeah,
you
a
lot
made it for
me.
time.
But then when I say how much I drank, everyone's like, no, you didn't.
What do you mean? How much did you drink?
Like, there would be, like, I don't throw up from booze. I just black out. Mm-hmm. So there's lots of, like, blacking out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds kind of like me.
Okay.
Yeah, I black out as well. I'm a grown woman and I still do it.
Yeah. I'm so frustrated when it happens because I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
there's no warning.
What the hell?
Yeah. You're just like, oh, I guess I'm here now? What the hell happened to the rest of yesterday?
The frustrating part is it's like, for the last, probably since I moved to New York, it's never like I black out at a party. That's not how I black out. It's like, I'll have like one drink before leaving the party to go to my home. And then I'll be like, I'll be at home and then I'll like order food on Seamless or something. And then I'll wake up and it's the next morning. And I'm like, I guess I never got that chicken sandwich. And then I'll write Seamless. I have done this. This is bad. I'll be like, I never got that sandwich. And they're like, we called you. And I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. I never got a sandwich. So you charge me if you want to, but that's on you, dude. So that's fucked up. And I shouldn't have done that. And I recognize how terrible that is to service people. My apologies. If I can find them, I will tip them. But I will say also that I was very drunk and hungover. So I apologize and I feel bad about it. But that is me drinking now.
I'm pretty sure that you're not the first and you won't be the last person to do that to a poor Seamless delivery person. I mean, I've heard multiple people who are just like, I blacked out and passed out before the Seamless guy arrived. So,
yeah. But to wake up on my the sofa in my living room and be like, I really want mac and cheese for some reason. Like, it's not good.
Well, I mean, at least you're trying to feed yourself. You know what your body needs. Okay.
Yes.
Blackout Kenice is taking care of hungover Kenice.
I plug my phone in.
Oh.
I make sure that like my bed is set in a nice way so I can, if I get in it, that it's nice. Yeah, I clear the floor area so that there's not a mess. Drunk me is like, okay, you're gonna feel this later, so make it easy on yourself. Like, yeah.
I would always try to like remember to take a glass of water and 2 Advil. If I could make it to that point, then I knew I was going to be fine for the next day.
Yeah.
But if I don't remember doing that, then I'm like, oh, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Oh, God.
I think a glass of water is good. I've had to get a nightstand that's a little taller than my bed just so that I don't, because I flail as a sleeper, I flail, and I just knock over water before. And so I have to not do that. You never done that? just covered your own floor with water, but like you're half asleep, so you're like, what? Oh no, oh God, well, I guess I gotta get up and find a towel and wipe this out. Fine.
You're a real flailer, huh?
Oh
You're
yeah,
afraid
it's
of, maybe it's just your body subconscious being like, get out, you spider, get out.
maybe.
Yeah,
It's
keeping them on their toes.
People don't like. I feel so bad if a dude is like, yes, sleep in my bed, that I don't sleep well because I'm like, if you hit him, he's not going to ask you back. So I'm just like, try to be still. How do people sleep still? And I still like will flip around and roll up into a knot, taking all of the blankets with me, or just like smack him in the face.
Like, why didn't he call me back?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. I mean, just one black eye and he doesn't want to talk anymore. What is this? Ugh. So, yeah.
To be fair, everybody should have that standard, I feel like.
Yes, true.
No black eyes.
That should not be a thing that you deal with.
Yeah.
No one should have to deal with that.
Even
no
if
one
it's
should have to deal with sleeping with me.
I'd sleep with you. I got a thick skull.
Cool.
Steve would not make it.
I would kick him.
Yeah.
Like a horse. It'd be bad. I'm sorry. It hasn't happened yet, but I still feel bad about it.
All right. Well, I'll let him know. I'll extend your apologies to him.
Please don't say it like Kenice said she would kick you like a horse. I feel like that would come off wrong.
While you're sleeping together. Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we don't have to share any of that.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do it.
Okay. Well, he's gonna be like, Kenice is a fucking weirdo, and I'm like, that's true, but I'm really not trying to fuck you. Okay, cool, bye.
You were the one that actually told me that he had a crush on me.
I did. I broke his confidence because I thought it would make both of you happier.
And look at it, worked out.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it did.
Don't tell me your secrets unless no, that's fucked up.
I will play matchmaker and make the next 2 years of your life fulfilled.
I would love it if everyone told me who they have a crush on and I could just like match people up and then just people could stop feeling lonely. Like that would be great. So if you have a crush on someone, send it to me. And if that person has a crush on you, I'll send you both a message.
That's great. That's exciting. It's like in-person Tinder.
Yes.
It's a match.
Yeah. I'll put a little photo of you guys together. It'll be cute.
Very cute. I like that. That's good. I think that's good. So you went to college in Durham. So 21, what was your 21st birthday? Did you go wild?
No. I do feel like it is in keeping with my character currently. So I was a psychology major. I had flown with a lot of grad students to Anaheim, California for a psychology conference because, again, I'm very cool. And I was presenting research. Again, I am the coolest, okay? My 21st birthday, I didn't tell anyone who was on the trip with me because I was like, I don't know these people that well, and no. But I did go to a bar, and I sat at the bar, and one of the ladies sat next to me, and the bartender knew it was my birthday, and she was like, I'm gonna buy you your first drink, and she brought me a Cosmo or something. It was like pink and hyper sweet, and I sat at a bar, and then she left though, and so I sat at a bar alone and drank a Cosmo. I went back to my hotel room. I think the next day I bought a bottle of Absolute Orange because that was a thing. Or no, Absolute Mandarin. That's what it is. And then me and like 3 other students from the thing just like drank in a hotel room and listened to music.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
It was fine, but it felt very like because I was in like we're all dressed business casual.
Yeah.
At a
That's what I'm imagining.
Hotel.
You insensible pumps just sitting at the end of a bar as a 21-year-old woman drinking a Cosmo, like not well, just like, oh, this is gross.
Right. But then I did have a 21st birthday party, which was, I love James Bond, but not the old James Bond. I love Pierce Brosnan James Bond and Daniel Craig James Bond. I've seen all of those in theaters, and I love them. They're bad, but I love them.
Is the hottest one. I stand by it.
Okay.
I think he's the hottest one.
Have you ever seen The Thomas Crown Affair?
Yes, I have.
It is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love it so much. Pierce Brosnan can get it today, yesterday, probably when I was too young. It doesn't matter. He's the best. Oh, Pierce Brosnan is so, yeah.
He's so hot.
He's so hot.
So
He's got,
hot.
there's a little limp to his voice, and you're like, yes, you can take care of me.
He's generationally hot. My grandma, my mom, and I all are like, yeah, no, we'd fuck Pierce Brosnan. We'd take turns. Like, oh my God, he's so hot. And him now with silver hair. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic.
He pulls it off.
Oh, yeah. Oh, times 1,000.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's better
Okay.
with age. Anyway, continue. Tell me about James Bond party.
Okay, James Bond. This is an indication of how old I am. My 21st birthday lined up with when Casino Royale was released. So I love a themed party. I've been having themed parties forever. So I had a themed James Bond party. Women wore gowns, dudes dressed up as much as they could. These are college students. They didn't have a lot. One guy did own a tuxedo, but he didn't bring his pants. So it was just like, I'm when James Bond has to leave suddenly.
At least there's a story.
Yes, and I had no concept of like how much alcohol you should buy per person at a party. So there were like 20, 25 people at this party tops. I bought 3 handles of vodka. And then I think 2 handles of like bourbon, or I just like way too much alcohol for a bunch of 21-year-olds. Okay, then my friend lets me have it at her apartment. We cover her dining room table with green felt. I'm playing poker the whole night and slowly sipping vodka martinis. I turn around at a certain point and everyone else is on the floor. They all passed out. They slept in their gowns and their fancy attire just on the floor of this apartment. And me and the people who were playing cards were like, oh shit. Do you guys need anything? Or like, what's up? Our bad.
That sounds like a successful themed party.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's
Were
great.
you dressed as James Bond or were you dressed as like in a gown?
I was in a gown.
Beautiful. Keeping
Yeah.
it classy. You know?
I wore garters and everything, and I had like a fake knife stuck in my garter.
Wow. Were you
I love
sleeping
a
with
theme.
anyone at the time? Was anyone going to find this garter?
No. There was a guy who was there who played cards with me all night and then would ask me on these weird friend dates. And I don't know why I have theories, but it has happened to me several times in my life where there's a guy that I have a crush on. He does not necessarily have a crush on me, but he keeps asking me to hang out and paying for things and will talk to me about other women he's interested in. And I'm like, what are we doing here? Why are you paying for everything? Why do you keep asking to hang out, driving to where I am, picking me up? Like, am I that good a listener? Do you just need therapy? Like, what is happening here? So, yeah, this guy would just, like, talk to me about his life, and we'd hang out, and I was like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, he did not find the garter. He didn't find my vagina ever, and now I think he's married in Florida, so fuck him.
Fuck him. You know what I mean? He's really getting that south mouth. Okay?
That's real.
Double
real
south
fun.
mouth.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Swampy. Hurricanes. You get it. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh. So when did you go to Boston? How old were you? Or
I was
you don't
I was
have to
22.
say. 22.
So I graduated undergrad where I majored in history and psychology and then completely abandoned those to get an MFA in film production in Boston at Boston University. And you asked me to think of like a drunk story, and this is the one that immediately comes to mind. So I got a scholarship to go get an MFA, which was great, but it didn't cover like housing or food or my books or anything like that. Mm-hmm. So I needed a job while I was there. And I was like, okay, you know what? I have some savings. I'm going to use that savings to get to Boston, and then I'm going to find a job. And I pick up a few TA ships, which like barely covers rent. Mm-hmm. And then I hear about a position and a lady who's like looking for an office assistant. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I'm going to get that job. I don't know how I'm going to get that job, but I'm going to fucking get that job. I go to one of like, they have these welcome parties for grad students. And they had one, they're like, this is the oldest bar in America. And we have an open tab. And you grad students just have a good time. I think everyone else there is like, this is still a professional environment. And I was like trying to do that. So I was like sipping on probably a vodka cranberry because I love vodka cranberries. And no, gin and tonics because I could still have carbonation at this point. I can't drink carbonation. Don't worry about it. But I was drinking a gin and tonic. And my friend Josh, he was running late because he had a job as a bartender. And he was like, ugh, work sucked. And now I'm here at this party. I'm going to catch up to everyone else, but I'm going to have you catch up with me. So he ordered like 2 shots of tequila for himself and 2 shots of tequila for me. I'd never done shots before.
Ooh.
I do 2 shots of tequila and then I black out. Okay. What happens is little flashes that I remember. I remember dancing a lot. I remember because this bar is near the City Hall in Boston. I remember tap dancing up the steps of City Hall with people. Other people were there, so I guess I felt safe. I remember being on a train and I was like with people, still with people that I knew, and I was like, oh no, this is my stop. And I hop off the train and they're like, no. They were very worried about me just like running into the night. And then I remember waking up on the sofa in the living room that I had and being like, oh no, I've got to be at school again because I have a class to TA in an hour and a half. So like shower, eat, run, hop on the train, get there. I get to like school where I'm at a class and all of the other TAs for this class are like, you, hell yeah, high five. And I'm like, what? Mild-mannered me? What? Excuse me? It turns out I had negotiated for that job while I was blackout drunk. I had gotten the job. They expected me to be there.
Oh yeah, my God.
But I worked there for 2 years, so it worked out. Sometimes being blackout drunk impressed people. They were like, she's fun. They also made me like the head of, like, I became the president of the grad student association for the college. So I planned parties and stuff, and they were like, she can do it. We trust her to do it. She's gonna make sure people are having a good time.
And they say alcohol ruins lives.
Right?
Get out of here.
It paid my rent for 2 years. So.
Oh my God. Tap dancing up the steps, just wonderful.
The deepest version of me lives in a musical, and I'm suppressing it all the time. And when I get very drunk, it's like, I'm singing my thoughts. Tappity tap, 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 tap. I love it.
Oh, I do too.
Right?
Yes.
It's so fun.
It's very fun. It just takes 2 shots of tequila to get you there.
Yeah.
Now, when did you move to New York?
So that was when I was 22 when I moved to Boston, 24 when I moved to LA, and then I moved back to Boston when I was 27. And so, yes, I am old. I moved to New York when I was 31.
How old are you? Okay, I'm not going to ask that.
It's fine. I'm your age. Or actually, I may be a year older than you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought so, but I wasn't sure. So you haven't been in New York for too long.
No.
How do you like it comparatively?
I love it. Like, how do I put this? So in Boston, I was constantly the only Black person in the room. Sometimes the only Black person in the building. And it was like, well, I don't love this. And this stinks. There's a weird thing where people are politically liberal, but like deeply personally conservative. So like they would never vote to limit the rights of Black people, but they don't know any Black people. And they think a woman should be able to choose whatever she wants to wear, but they only wear Patagonia fleeces all of the time, zipped up to the top, and LL Bean. That's it, like so it's like this weird thing where it's like, I vote the way that you vote, but I don't think we should hang out. Whereas in New York, it's like people are like, I am liberal, but also like I know what poor people are like, and I've been around working class people, and I have experiences with people whose background doesn't line up exactly with my own. So I love that. I love getting on the train and being like, the Black people, that's great. You're here too. Like, truly. I was walking in, because I lived in Cambridge, Massachusetts. I was walking along and I saw another Black person and I was so excited. And then they got closer and I realized I knew them already. And I was like, what the fuck? This is bullshit. So that was like, that's not, I don't love that. Also, like, it's a little bit broier than here. Like, here you can certainly go to areas where there are broy things, but like the sheer concentration of Irish bars and sports bars made it so like you wear a backwards socks cap and jeans and you're like, I'm going out. It's like, oh my God, I can't. Another guy named Sean. Another guy named Sean. How many Seans are in this bar right now? Like, it was just over the top. And I love here where it's like, okay, if I walk 15 minutes in any direction of my house, there's 30 restaurants and like all different types of people and flavors and vibes, I guess. So I fucking love it.
Oh yeah. New York's great. I feel like I flew in from the West Coast and I was like, oh, my people.
Yeah. I was like, when you told me that you were from the West Coast, I was like, no.
What?
Yeah. I was like, this makes sense.
Yeah. Oh God, we're just New York gals.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just a couple of New York gals. Well, we are nearing the end, Kenice.
Oh wow, okay, that was fast.
Yeah, I know. Time zooms by. Oh,
I
just
like
said
talking
Zoom
to you.
like it's a pun.
Oh,
I'm sorry, but I
was
like
about to say boo, but it's cool.
Is there anything that we missed? Any other good stories? Any juicy ones?
Honestly, not really. Like, I wish I had like, ooh, I was drunk and I hooked up with 3 men at the same time. Like,
wow, that's the one? Jesus Christ, Kenice.
I've never done that. It's really weird. Like, how do I put this? If I'm drunk, a lot of me is free, but the part that also like doesn't want to weird anybody out is also fairly active. And like, in the same way that I find it so hard to ask a guy out on a date, or like, unless he's made it clear, like, Kenice, I am trying to go out on a date with you. I'm always like, I'm not gonna make any assumptions. I'm not gonna be called a creep, you know? So like, I've never gotten drunk and like hooked up with a friend. Like, I've never gotten drunk and like, I've gotten drunk on a date and hooked up with that person, but that's because they said, well, you're here on a date and my penis is an option. And I need that.
Do you need alcohol in order to make that happen?
No, I have soberly been like, so we gonna do this or what? No, I don't say it like that. That's fucked up. But I have soberly been like, oh my God, that is so interesting. What? You live near here? That's crazy. What? Oh my God, let's go. That's how I talk on dates. Some men don't like it. No,
I'm more astonished that you can have sober sex with a stranger.
Oh yeah, I really like sex. So
hell yeah, all kinds of sex.
Well, no, not all kinds. Some of these dudes, they're bringing weird shit to the table, and I'm like, okay, we should have had a conversation first. So.
Oh really? Am I allowed to ask?
Yeah, you can act like, okay. There's something about pornography means every dude is like trying to choke now, and it's like, hey, that technically that is a thing that like is murder. So like, maybe we should discuss like what, like how hard pressure before you just like go for it, you know? Don't do that, you know? Or like, I like dirty talk, but sometimes dudes, you're like, that's not dirty talk. That's just being mean to a lady. Let's talk about what we like here, okay? Let's find some common ground and go for that versus your extreme weird porn fantasy. Yeah.
Do they call you names?
No, or like, I really hate if someone calls me a bitch in bed. I'm like, are we fighting right now? Like,
it's a little off-putting.
Yeah. And
you're like, we don't know each other. All right. You're inside of me, but you don't know me. Okay. Right. Do not think that you can call me a bitch.
Yeah. Like, I will give you a list of things to call me. That's not on the list.
Yeah.
So.
How about pretty lady?
Yeah.
Call me a pretty lady with nice tits.
Little girl.
Ooh, no.
Did I just find out I was fucking a pedophile? What are we doing here? Go away. Ugh. I'm against it. So.
Yeah, no, I would be against a little girl too. Luckily, no one ever calls me that because I'm bigger than all the men I sleep with. Oh, am I just a little girl? I'll eat you.
Wait, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8".
Yes, I always remember this, that you are tall. And I'm like, wait a second, what? Because I am 5 feet tall. And sometimes people try to stop me from crossing the street because they think I don't know if that car is coming. So, whoopsie.
Well, I'm just getting hit by buses because no one gives a shit. You're like, look at this gigantic woman just thinking she can stop the bus. Let's see it, bitch. And then I say, you don't know me. Don't call me a bitch.
Exactly. That's a friend word only.
Yes. Well, Kenice, you're my favorite bitch. Okay.
Hell yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Where can people find you?
You can find me at Kenice Mobley on all the platforms. Yeah, I think it's pretty consistent.
It's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
And didn't you just get a job with Vice? Should we be plugging
I did,
that?
sure. So watch the Complexify video series. It's part of Vice News. We take seemingly simple topics and explode them out to show you how complex they are, hence Complexify.
There we go. That's beautiful. Yeah. That's a wonderful job. And your videes are great. I love them.
Thank you. It is a part-time job, so I also am still poor. What's up? Oh, also, I have a podcast that people should listen to that you've been on, that we're going to have you on again. It's called Love About Town. The second season premieres December 15th. And I have a show called Make Yourself Cry, and I want to get you on this. It's people I'm bad at crying, and people come on and they show me things that make them cry that might make me cry too. So, but it's funny.
Oh, but we have a good time? Is that?
Yeah. Okay. It's a good time, but I sometimes do end up crying on Instagram Live, so it's fun.
Oh, that's very fun.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I have a bunch of Christmas stuff. Oh my gosh, have you seen these adoption videos?
I've seen a couple of them, but okay, I'm going to send you an email outside of this. I really would like to have you on if you are available.
I cry a lot. I don't mean to brag, but I can make myself cry in any car at any time.
Oh my God, You are perfect for the show.
Oh, we'll do this. I cried on the way home from Soul Cycle because I relived a memory from 6th grade.
That sounds so hard.
It was a half good, half bad. It was bad. It was like I was a bad student because I was loud and aggressive and I always wanted to be the center of attention. So I wasn't a great student, but I was smart. And then I remembered that I tested the highest in my 6th grade exit exam in math. And then I was like, what happened? I was naturally so smart. And then I thought about getting a C+ the next year in 7th grade. And I cried in class in front of everyone because I'd never gotten a C before.
Oh.
I mean, and then I was like, if you weren't so boy crazy, you could have been somebody. And so the waterworks just kicked in. So,
oh my gosh.
But that's for a different time.
I think we would have been friends in middle school if that is how you behaved in middle school, because I cried a lot in middle school. I don't cry that much anymore, but in middle school, man, oh man. Whew.
Yeah, middle school was tough, and high school. I cried all the time. And I still cry. I'm an emotional being. Okay.
I love it.
All right. I got a big heart and not a lot of self-control. So the waterworks. Okay. Well, thank you so much for doing the podcast, Kenice Mobley.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're wonderful. And stay away from them eels. Okay.
I will. You too. Okay. Yeah. Avoid lakes. Pools, ponds, anything, all risk factors, okay? Any body of water that is cooler than your body, stay away from it.
And that's been Good Time Gal. Goodbye.
Bye.